Cindy. How are you?
I'm fine.
You are? Okay. So I am here to talk to you today about earthworms.
Why?
Why? Because they're bugs.
I have a very, very big bug to pick with you.
Oh, you mean you have a bone to pick with me?
No, I mean a bug to pick with you.
What?
You owe me an apology.
I do? Why do I owe you an apology?
Because I am not a centipede.
What? Well, yeah, you're a centipede. You're from Brazil and you have 100 legs. In Brazil, you like it where it's 100 degrees, right?
No, see. But you said to me that I am a centipede.
Yes, you're a centipede with 100 legs.
This is not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
I have been doing my research, France, and I looked up on the internet that an insect has 6 legs.
Yes, you're not an insect, you're a centipede.
An arthropod can have lots of different legs, like a scorpion is an arthropod, and centipedes are arthropods, etc., etc.
Okay, so what's your point?
It is impossible for a real centipede to have 100 legs.
Oh. And how did you learn this?
The internet has all the answers, Miss Amy.
Oh, yes, the internet has all the answers, Miss Amy, you're right. But, well, I suppose I owe you an apology, Cindy.
You'll not tell me the truth.
Well, okay, you're not exactly a centipede.
A centipede does not have 100 legs. It is impossible.
It's impossible because they always have an odd number of legs. You're right.
And you also told me that a centipede is very small.
Well, no, you're not. You're a giant centipede, just like those giant ones in Brazil.
Is this lie that they can be 30 centimeters long?
That's not a lie. It's true. They can be up to a foot long. That's real. That's true. That could be a real centipede.
But I am not a centipede.
Cindy, we have to have a talk about what you are. See, you are, I don't want you to get upset, a puppet.
Excuse me?
You are a puppet.
What is this puppet?
I made you out of socks.
Socks? S-O-X socks?
No, not S-O-X. S-O-C-K-S.
This is a what?
No, it is what it is. S-O-C-K-S.
It is what it is what?
You are not a centipede, you are a sock. You are a sock puppet.
Socks.
Yes, S-O-C-K-S.
S-O-C-K-S what?
No, not it is what it is. That Spanish would be it is what it is. Socks, the letters S-O-C-K-S spell socks.
I am made of socks.
You're made of socks. You're a puppet.
I am not a bug.
Well, no, you're not actually a bug.
I'm not an insect.
You're not an insect.
Or an arthropod.
Well, if you were a real centipede, you would be an arthropod.
Would I still have 100 legs?
No, Cindy, you wouldn't have 100 legs because a real centipede doesn't have 100 legs.
Now I am very sad about my identity.
Cindy, it's okay. It's okay. You know what, Cindy? It doesn't matter what you are because I still love you the way you are anyway.
Even though I am just a puppet?
Yes, even though you're just a puppet, I still love you.
Oh, it is so sweet. I kiss you now.
Cindy.
Bésame.
Oh, okay. Now, I wanted to read my book about earthworms.
They're bugs.
Well, they're sort of bugs. Yeah, there's lots of different kinds of bugs. We call all kinds of things bugs. Between insects and arachnids that are spiders and arthropods who are centipedes. I am not, well, okay, you're not actually, but if you were a real centipede, you'd be an arthropod. And you would have probably more than 100 legs. How about that? An earthworm
is a bug.
But an earthworm
is a centipede with no legs.
He's not a centipede with no legs. He's different than that. I thought because of this Earth Day coming and going and all these things we're talking about nature, we should talk about bugs. And I do have a few books about bugs. So I'm going to read the ones that I do have about bugs. I really can't wait to get back to school and get all the new books back. I have so many ideas for so many books that I want to read, but I can't because I'm not at the library and I'm not at school. So I'm going to have to read the books I have at home. And this one is Earthworm. Bugs. Yeah, okay, bugs. Yeah. I also have another thing that I need to confess about, Cindy.
Yes.
I forgot. Look at this bug.
Oh, hornets.
Yes, hornets are bees. I have bees outside my window.
Are these hornets on your shirt?
No, I don't want hornets on my shirt. The bee you put on my shirt was not very nice yesterday. That wasn't very nice at all. But hornets, the Licking Heights hornets.
Oh, see, Licking Heights hornets.
I forgot to wear my shirt on Friday. Oh, yeah, see, they had a spirit day yesterday on Friday, and I was supposed to wear my Licking Heights hornets shirt, and I forgot.
Oh, you have no spirit.
I have no spirit. I forgot. So today I'm wearing my Licking Heights hornets shirt to celebrate Licking Heights and the hornets.
The bees.
The hornets.
Whatever.
Not whatever. No, they're the hornets. They're not the bees. Yes. But if you will be a good listener and go sit over there so that I can read my book about the earthworm, bugs, not bugs, earthworms, then my friends will learn something new about earthworms. Okay? You go over there and sit down.
Okay.
All right?
It's okay.
Is that right?
It's okay.
S-O-C-K-S.
Yes, it is, but it is.
Cindy, go over there. I'm going to put Cindy down over there. And she's going to listen while I read my book about earthworms who come from the earth and who may or may not be called bugs. Earthworms! Look at there. There's a big old fat, wonderful, beautiful, colorful bird eating that earthworm. Don't be sad. It's okay. All right. I'm going to read my book about earthworms. And look, it's from the same series that I read from the other day about the earth. It's a whole series of books about this same topic, earth, and all the wonderful things that grow on it. Bugs. Earthworm. Hey, that's two words put together. Have you guys been studying? That's called a compound word. Earth, worm. Yeah, see? Earth is one word, and worm is the other word. Do you know about compound words? Like milkshake, and meanwhile, and, well, there's three. All together. Oh, that's not right. No, you're right. Okay, well, okay, never mind. It says, what is it?
What is it?
Shut up. I'm trying to read. Be quiet. Listen, Cindy, please. An earthworm is a very small animal. When the ground is wet, you may see one crawling along a country lane or in the grass. When it rains, we have lots of earthworms that pop out of the ground. Do you know why they do that? I wonder if it'll tell us why. A worm's body is very long and thin. It is formed by many ring-like segments. Look at that, little rings all put together to make that earthworm. A worm looks the same on both ends, but in fact, it has a mouth in the front and a small hole in the back.
In one and out the other.
Please be quiet, you're interrupting.
I'm so sorry.
There's a lot of apologies going on today, Cindy. An earthworm is moist and cool to the touch. An earthworm is both male and female. I didn't know that. But it still needs to mate with another worm before it can lay eggs. So an earthworm is not a boy or a girl. It's a both. Yeah, but it has to meet another earthworm to make babies, nevertheless. It's just how it works. It's not gross. It's not weird. No, all animals have to get together to make new animals. That's the way it works. Stop. If you cut a worm in two, the halves go on living, as if they have enough segments left. Each half may grow into a whole worm again, and that is called regeneration. I didn't know that. Huh. What a magical animal. Where do worms live? A worm never lies out in the sun. Oh, no. No.
They don't work on their tans.
No, Cindy. Worms don't want a tan. No. During the day, the worms stay deep in the earth, sheltered from the sun's heat and light. Oh, look at that nice picture there. So while we're on top of the earth and we're growing our plants and things underneath the earth, inside the dirt, are the worms. We don't even know they're there. At night, when the air is cool and damp, the worms might come up to the surface. Oh, look, they're coming up. La 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 la. That's why they're called night crawlers. Yeah. Another compound bird. Night crawlers. Yes, because they crawl at night. Yeah. You won't find worms on paved city streets and sidewalks. Well, at least not very often. No, not unless they've crawled out of the dirt, right? You might see worms in your garden or in a park. Yeah, or in the grass, right? Now, if you have a sidewalk and you have dirt along the sidewalk, of course, the worms are going to crawl up and crawl all over the sidewalk. Maybe crossing the sidewalk to get from one side to the other. Why did the worm cross the sidewalk? To get to the other side. You guys never laugh at my jokes. You're not funny. Shh, be quiet. In a field, you might find more than 500 worms in a square yard of soil. 500! Wow. That's cool. You might find thousands of worms in a compost heap where the grass clippings and the garden waste turn into new soil. Hey, did you guys start a compost heap yet? I have a compost bin. Yeah, I'm not allowed to keep a compost heap in my neighborhood because it attracts rodents and things that we don't really want walking around our backyards. But a compost bin is all enclosed. Yeah, and the dirt inside there and all of the vegetable scraps and all the grass clippings and all the tree branches that we throw in there and mix them all up, they're all decaying and they're turning into new dirt. Yes. And when the dirt is all broken down, I'm going to throw it back in my garden. Oh, so the worms can do the rest of the work. How do worms help us? Are worms of any use to us? Look, that worm made his question mark. Worms slither between the rocks and the clods of dirt. Oh, look at there. Look, there's a big thick piece of dirt down there. That's called clay. Yes, that's the clay. That's the clay in the soil. So the worms are going to help break that up. Yeah. Where the soil is packed down very hard, the worms dig out little tunnels, swallowing the soil as they move on. Look, there's another bug down in there. He's doing the very same thing. So they're eating the dirt. And what are they doing then? They're going poopy. Cindy. I'm sorry. Okay, be quiet. The tunnels let the air and water into the ground, and that helps the plants to grow. Look, now the water can go down into the tunnels and saturate the soil. Saturate is a big word. Yes, that's a very big word. She's interrupting all the time. The worms digest the earth they have eaten, leaving behind the droppings of finely sifted soil. Droppings are poo. Cindy, I'm sorry. Excuse us. Cindy, I need you to be appropriate. Okay. You can't come to my story time if you can't be appropriate. Okay. She's having trouble being appropriate. Yeah. These droppings, called worm casts, make excellent food for the growing plants. Worm casts are poo-poo. Shh, Cindy. Okay. I'm going to put you in timeout. Okay. You have to behave if you're going to stay at my circle in my story time. When my friends aren't appropriate at circle time, they have to leave. Like a farmer plowing a field, earthworms invisibly till the soil, breaking it up and leaving it finer. Ooh, look at all the dirt left behind. Nice, soft, conditioned dirt. As the worms tunnel underground, they carry little bits of grass and leaves with them. Oh, look, they're leaving that all behind as they go. Man, they're busy. Worms work really hard to keep our earth nice, don't they? It's a lot of work. The bits of plants and grass start to rot, and eventually they turn into a dark, rich powder called humus. Hey, we learned that word already. Yes, humus. It's the nice, rich soil that's good for the plants. All plants need humus, water and air to grow. The worms help bring the plants what they need. Look at that, see? There's a big bulb of a flower, like my daffodil bulbs or
or the hyacinth, yes, or the tulip bulbs, yes, the tulip bulbs.
Yeah. A lot of flowers have a bulb and they have their little roots down here and they suck up their nutrients inside the ground, just like that. It's really cool. How can we help worms? Well, worms enrich the soil. They are food for the birds and the frogs and many other animals.
Oh no, he's going to be eaten!
It's okay. I know. Remember how they said there were like 500 worms in a little square foot? There's a lot of worms. And all these animals have to eat.
They are carnivores.
That's right. They're carnivores. They eat other animals. That's what a carnivore does. It eats other things. Yep.
I am a carnivore.
Well, yes, our arthropods, giant centipedes like Cindy, they're carnivores too.
I can eat a scorpion.
All right. Not right now. She's bragging now because she learned all about arthropods and centipedes. Yeah, bragger. Good gardeners know that worms should not be destroyed. They use gardening tools that will not hurt the worms.
Oh, this is a very good plan.
Yes, see, if they stuck something very hard in there, it might hurt the worms. So they have to use tools that have like fingers on them, wide fingers, so that they won't cut through a worm. They want to try to save it, right? Good gardeners also are careful about using chemicals that might harm the worms or the animals that eat the worms. Yeah, that's called natural gardening. And you don't want to use a lot of chemicals that could hurt the worms. That's not good. Because we want the worms in our soil, don't we? Because if they just do such great things for the earth and for the soil and for the dirt, then we don't want to kill them with chemicals. Kind of ruins the point. Yeah, then our flowers and our vegetables won't grow. No. So be careful. Healthy fields and woods and gardens always contain plenty of hard-working worms. Look at that. Look at all those beautiful flowers. Nice, huh?
Cindy, did you enjoy that story? Yes, I did. Now I want to go meet the earthworms.
Well, maybe she'd like to go out in the sun and dig up a little bit of dirt and look for worms. Earth, worms.
Two words put together.
Yes, 2 words put together. Cindy, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry about telling you you were a real centipede. I know you're actually a puppet. Yeah. A centipede puppet. That's all right. We can pretend that she's a real centipede. Can we pretend that you're a real centipede?
I come from Brazil.
She comes from Brazil. She's a centipede. So, go outside today on this beautiful, sunny, gorgeous day that you're having and look for some worms. And if you can't find them, that's okay. They're down in the dirt. They're busy. They're making their tunnels in and out of the dirt just like that. And when it rains really hard, and it's supposed to rain this afternoon, and probably tomorrow too, at least in central Ohio it is. When all that rain gets down in the dirt and fills up all their holes, well, they have to come up so they can get some fresh air. Yeah, and then they'll all be on the sidewalk. And since you're really good helpers, and I know that you are, you can pick up the worms and put them back in the dirt. Because that's where they want to be. They don't want to dry up on the sidewalk. They dry, and then you go out the next day, and the sun has been shining, and they're all dried up, and they're all dead in the sidewalk. That's no good. That doesn't help the sidewalk. The sidewalk doesn't need to be nourished. It's just cement. But the ground and the earth does. All right, friends, you have a good day. I was so happy that you came to see me today. Go Licking Heights Hornets. Have a good day, guys. I love you.